Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to use this old 32 relay controller and used by the Tuya application, so that you can use this Amazon for Alexa voice controlling and this Google Home for voice controlling. Also you can use Amazon and Google application to control this H32 relay controller. And this H32 relay controller is designed about 3 years ago, so this is stopped produced now, but many of our users and customers have had this controller, so I will introduce you use this Tuya adapt and let you this box and support Tuya application. And this board, this is Tuya adapt support, connect with this board with this controller by RS232 point or RS485 point. But this time I will show you the new firmware of this ESP32 of this Tuya adapt. You can use the Wi-Fi TCP connection, connect with this controller and wirelessly. So you can see here, this is controller and this is Tuya adapt. There is no cable connect directly, but this board can send command by this Wi-Fi and send to the loader, and the loader send to the relay controller. Okay, let's look at how to do with it. We can see here that is the form. We have uploaded the new firmware that support TCP connection. The controller, you can use the internet. Maybe you have the Wi-Fi version, or is no problem. Just let this Tuya board, you can connect with your loader. And here you can see that it work with the H32BS, and this is by the Wi-Fi. And this is connect with H32B, and this is H32L, and this is just this one, H32, the earliest relay controller. And here is the source code, and the newest we have uploaded the file at here. This is download tool of the ESP32 and the bin file and the firmware. You can see all images have here. And here some LED indicate on this board that have showed what LED indicate means. So you can see this have LEDs, and there are 2 buttons. You can see that have 2 buttons, and this button is for reset, and this is for reset to manufacturing. That will clear all data of the configuration. And here is the button that is config for this Tuya module that is used for config Wi-Fi for Tuya. Okay, let's look at how to do with it. And the first, you need to use this controller and set to the work mode in TCP server. You can see this is vcom that config for this old controller, and you can see the device and double click and make sure you can see this IP address and the port, and the work mode is TCP server. This can choose. This is must TCP server, not TCP client, must TCP server. And choose at these sections, you can click this modify setting and re-power on of your controller, just like this, re-power on. And okay, this is set the work mode. And now we can use this key box. You can see here the application, the key box. You can use iOS iPhone or Android phone, so that we can test whether can use the TCP server mode, use the mobile phone, control this relay controller directly without internet. So you can see here I can add device and input the IP address. So this IP address just you have see in this way. You can see here that is 119. So we just input. And the port and the relay controller, and choose the 32 channel and save, and you can see that will have 32 switch. So you can see here I can turn on 1, 2, 3, 4. That is work fine. Okay, the next step, we just configure this Tuya adapt and use the Tuya application. So first we can connect with a USB cable because we need to download the firmware and connect with this power supply. You can use this power supply Also, you can connect with this terminal that have power supply interface. So you can see that is the red is power LED. We can close this window, and just use this ESP downloader tool. You can download this file. Just download this file, and I have downloaded, so have this photo. So you can see I can just click this one and choose the chip type ESP32. Okay, you can see this window. We can let it become large. And here you just do as this photo. You can see here that is 4 items, every bin file that you can click this one to choose which bin file you have download, because this in your computer you need to change, and just you will see that become green. That is correct. And this is address. You can see set this address, this address, this address, this address, this address, just as this photo. And now you can see here the COM that you can click, because the USB will auto-detect the COM number. And the band, you can choose this one, and this will be fast, and click start. That will begin download. So this will very easy to download the firmware to this ESP32 now. Okay, after download, we can close this window, and now you can repower on, just like this. Repower on. You can see this D1 is off. D1 is off. So we can see this computer Wi-Fi signal. We enable the Wi-Fi. You can see this is KC868 Tuya module that have work as the AP mode. So I can click connect. Let my computer connect Wi-Fi to this board directly. So I can input this IP address of this Tuya adapter. You will see this is configure web page for this Tuya module. So you can click config Wi-Fi. And here that is scanned many Wi-Fi signal. I have used this one, Kinkoni, in my office. So I can input the password. Okay, after input the password, you can see here the relay board IP and the relay board port and which country mode. So this I can input this one. You can see here. You can see here. Just this controller and this IP address is this one, and the port is this 4196. So I can just input 4196. And you want to use by Wi-Fi, so you can input Wi-Fi. If you want use by this RS232, you just input 232. So this time I input Wi-Fi. So you can click save. I wait for a moment. Okay, that will be restart. So you can see this is D1. This time D1 is become on. So that means config Wi-Fi successfully for this ESP32 module. And this time you can see the D2. And this is D2. The D2 also is on. So now you can see the controller have been connected by this Wi-Fi adapter. So this D1 and D2 is on. Okay, let's begin and use this mobile phone. You can see here the Tuya application. Make sure you have enabled the Bluetooth. So I can click this one. We can hold down this button and begin to configure the Tuya module. So you can see this is D4. The D4 began blink. So we can see here that D4, when blink, that is ready to configure the Wi-Fi. So this is D4 blink. And now we can click and add a device. And you can see that will find this bottle. And press add and press this Next, just configure the Wi-Fi as an SSID and the password. And go on.
I found 33 new devices. Try saying, turn off H32B Pro.
So you can see now the Alexa speak have found this H32B Pro. And you can see this D4 now is not blink. So we can click down. And you will find the H32B Pro, the window have showed. So you can test it. Let's test it. You can see here, I can click that is turn on, switch 1, and this I can turn off switch 1. Now I just use this mobile phone and control this board, and this board will send a command to control this H32 relay controller. Now I can switch. You can see here, I can disable my Wi-Fi. I will use the 4G for the test. You can see here, now I have mobile phone use 4G, so that can use the internet remote control. So you can see here, I can click 1 and click switch 2. That is switch 2. That will feedback the state to the mobile phone. So you can see, I press this button, the switch 3 is on, then feedback to the state. Okay, this is how to use the mobile phone to control this relay controller. And this time, that have enabled the Alexa speak for the voice control. So you can see here, I use the Alexa to test. And later you can also use this Google Home. Just I use this Alexa for a demo. Alexa, turn on switch 1.
Okay.
You can see here, and this update. So Alexa will control this relay board firstly to turn on this switch 1. And the relay controller will feedback to this Tuya application the state. Alexa, turn off switch 1.
Okay.
So you can see the step. Step 1 is close, is turn off this relay, and step 2 is update to the Tuya application. So use this solution and this board adapter. You can easy to use this relay controller and with the Tuya application without any cable. Just this connect with your loader, and this you can put anywhere, just have the Wi-Fi signal. Okay, this is how to use the voice control, and the Google Home just use the same way to use the voice control. Okay, thanks for watching.